I've handled automobile accident cases for almost 3 decades. I've taken them to trial, I've settled thousands of them, and I'm happy to help you. But I want you to know from the very beginning that I need your help. The largest component of most personal injury automobile accident cases is pain and suffering. And whether you're calling me the day after it happened, or 3 months after it happened, or 2 years after it happened, what's going to help me the most is having a record of your pain and suffering. We call them pain and suffering diaries. It takes a couple of minutes a day, sometimes as little as 30 seconds, noting down what you suffered from that day directly related to the accident itself. Now, that's typically the largest component, many times, several times, what your medical bills are that we're going to get you compensated for, and that your loss of work costs are, those kinds of things. Now, again, if you were providing services to your family, say you're a stay-at-home mom and you had to hire a house cleaner, a babysitter, whatever, those, of course, would typically be compensated. No reason they should not be if you're disabled from performing your activities. People then ask, and we'll help you fill out those forms and help keep that running for us, but I can't tell you how helpful that is. Another thing, if you're calling us early on in your case, today, if you have visible injuries, make sure today that you photograph those and that you photograph them once a day going forward until they're completely gone. Bruises will be red, then they'll be brown, then they'll be black and purple, and then they'll slowly go backwards from there and hopefully disappear. But photographing those every day, making sure we document that, because again, that helps us with the pain and suffering. If you have stitches, if you have whatever they might be, cuts, abrasions, making sure that you document all that for pain and suffering is very helpful. Just imagine if it's 3 or 4 years later, God forbid, the case gets dragged on because you had to have operations and other issues and you have a permanent partial disability rating, and then we finally get it to trial because the insurance company will say in this example won't be reasonable. How do we then show how much you suffered? Getting on the stand and saying, well, I felt bad for 3 months or for 2 years doesn't do a whole lot for the jury, but showing them pictures, photographs, affidavits, friends who are coming in testifying, medical records, your pain and suffering diary where you've detailed out, and we can pass that out to the jury so they can see it. You don't have to sit there and testify for 4 days about it, but having all those things built up and convincing a jury as to the extensive pain and suffering you've gone through is extremely helpful. Even if it's a case that's not worth millions of dollars, it's your case, and the biggest portion of it is going to be your pain and suffering. And being able to prove that is something I've found as a litigator that is very helpful, extremely effective, and really lets the jury know and understand how much this hurt you, and to get compensated for that. And like I said, it's many times multiples of your actual out-of-pocket medical expenses and your lost wages. I've learned how to do that over all the years I've been in practice, taking care of folks who have been hurt in automobile accidents through no fault of their own. And of course, I'm happy to help you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call me. Reach out to me. I'm a real person. I'll call you back. I'll talk with you, and I'll tell you what I can do for you, realistically what can be done. My costs are on a contingency fee basis, so it's no money out of your pocket to retain me. I get paid at the end of the case when you get a settlement that you like or a judgment that a jury gives us. That's when I get paid, and only then. So you have nothing to lose. Pick up the phone, call me. We'll talk about your case and see if it's something we can work together on. I'm Tom Goolsby, and I look forward to hearing from you.